Hey guys, your best friend forever, Maddox here, coming with another VoD review. Today we're going to be watching the Sova on Ascent. I don't know the rank, I didn't look, but you know, we'll assume it's somewhere below Radiant, right? And if you're watching this, be sure to take some notes on what I say. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below or message me somewhere, Twitter, Reddit, Twitch, you know, the likes, and I'll respond as soon as possible. So let's dive right into it. We're starting on the pistol round on attack side, and let's see how this plays out. Okay, so we're going plat 3. Plat 3 is the place to be. Alright, let's just look at the comps real quick. And oh, okay, so this is like the first thing we gotta be looking at, right? Is what is their comp setup? Okay, your guys' comp is actually pretty well balanced. I like your guys', you know, your agent selection. And then obviously them on this side have 3 duelists, smokes, and a Sova, right? And so if you know anything about how the meta is played right now, especially in Pugs, you're going to see Sova's playing B first round. That's their info getter, okay? I would assume Omen's either playing A or Market or Cat, right? Jet maybe mid, Reyna maybe B, race towards A, right? I would assume that's the kind of setup. Obviously, it could change based on, you know, the level of people I'm playing against, or, you know, how they like to, maybe they have different play styles, you know? But, like, that's usually, like, that's the read I would get. So, honestly, I would go towards A on this pistol round, tell them, hey, they have a Sova, Sova's going to probably play B, let's just go A. They have nothing to really slow us down A besides maybe, like, a raise, you know? So, let's just kind of see how this plays out.
Push in.
One market, one TT. One market, one TT. Upstairs. TT
One market,
stairs.
one site.
Okay, like, okay, so I don't know why you stopped here. Looking at the wall, you saw maybe the Reyna flash on your minimap. You're like, yeah, I'm not pushing into that. It's fine to push into the Reyna flash, especially when you have a teammate so far up. He's going to need help. And you and your Omen need to be pushing in, right? If the Reyna flashes, obviously just shoot it and break the flash. There's nothing wrong with that, right? A lot of people at lower levels, I've said this before in other VoD reviews, is they hate destroying the information. Information like equipment, right? Or like just destroying anything, right? That can be destroyed, you know. Reyna Eye, Sova Drone, Sova Dart, Tripwires. They just try not to break those for some reason. I'm not sure why. It's maybe you don't want to give away your information, but like you guys are already here, no problem just running out and trying to break that on the run, right? Like you don't even have to like look at it if you don't want to. Just trying to get out there and back up your Phoenix and getting on the site is your best bet.
Push in.
So obviously you run in, the guy's already posted up, and he just gets the kill on you. Okay, so like your Omen needed to get the trade. That's just unlucky, right? The guy gets a nice shot. Omen needs to get the trade. Obviously he's struggling to get this trade, and then you have your lurking killjoy. But again, the only thing I would change that round is you maybe just running out right away, even through the Reyna flash, because timing's everything. Maybe if you run in when that Reyna flash is up, that guy doesn't get into such a good spot and doesn't kill you. You know, like that's like. We don't know these what ifs, but I would say just running in there is probably your best bet of winning that round and getting on site. Obviously, if your Omen gets scared too, it sucks, but you gotta be telling your Omen, I'm pushing through, like, come with me, Phoenix on site, like, we need to get there.
Do you remember where we finished?
Two on site. Again, antique around, good try. You have no armor, no shields,
get
it's gonna be
scammed
hard.
by the darts.
No dart.
Sun mid.
Dinked. I dinked the jet.
I'm lit.
They smoke.
Just go A.
They smoke.
Almost spawn.
There's oh,
Okay, so let's just take a look at this, alright? So we're just gonna take a look and notice why, like, how do you die to a guy with a ghost, right? So, like, if you look at this, you're running and moving, and then you stop, right? That's gonna throw off your aim so hard that, like, obviously this game's bad. If you had the Phantom, you probably kill him, to be honest, because the Phantom, spray is a little bit tighter when you're running like this.
A.
They smoke.
there's
See,
there's
but you don't, like, again, let's watch it again, right? You run,
Smoke.
shoot,
Just go
and
A.
you stop.
there's
Almost spawn.
there's oh,
And then the worst thing you can do in this game is crouch. You just make yourself a very easy target here. If I were you, either don't start spraying before you stop moving, keep running and spraying at the same time, because again, this is plat, they're not gonna have the best aim, and you're pretty close to where if you just keep running and spraying, you probably kill them, right? So you did like the worst of like everything you could do against this this Reyna was you start moving and shooting at the same time, you crouch, which makes your you stop actually. You stop in the middle, right? Like stop right in front of them, makes you an easy target, and then you crouch, right? Again, which makes you an easier target because you're not moving anywhere, and you just put your headshot level right at his chest. So if this guy's not aiming at head level, because you know he's a plat player, he aims at the chest. You're getting headshotted, as we can see. You get double dinked. So again, this is just bad fundamentals right here. Like this should never be happening.
No time.
It was my bomb plant.
Scored.
Wait, can anyone buy you? I would request a drop from your Killjoy because you want full armor, full shields. Right, shields is very important, right? That literally would make the difference between you dying and you living a good chunk of the time, right? Because that's literally 4 shots from a Phantom you can live, 4 body shots, right? 3 shots from, obviously 3, like, if you go against a Vandal, right, it doesn't really matter, but, like, we don't know what kind of, like, guns these guys like to buy, and everyone can buy the Phantom, everyone can buy the Vandal. If this was Counter-Strike, they can only buy one on one side, but since it's not, and they can buy both guns on both sides, then there's no need to take this risk. Armor is your best friend. Armor and utility is always going to be your best friend to help you win rounds. I would prioritize that whenever possible, if you want to try to play structured at least, right? If you're like just want to pug and run around headshot things, just getting a gun's fine. But if you want to practice good habits,
half HP.
getting full shields and utility.
One's still playing tree.
There's actually a dart you can throw right here in the awning, right? There's a lineup for it. That way you get market and mid. Maybe something you want to learn and look up. I know a lot of sub-mains in Radiant know how to throw that arrow. So if you want to become a Radiant player, you have to eventually learn it. Okay, so your teammate's up cat through a smoke. When you see your teammate here, right? Most of the time you probably want to walk, just so, especially when you're this close to like where the enemy can be at, you don't want to really give up your position unless your teammate's like maybe fighting someone. Or if your teammate's fighting someone, just run up, back him up, right? He's here, he's posted up, you know, you guys are pretty close to mid. Usually you want to walk up this close to cat just because you don't want to give away any sound cues, right? But like I said, if this guy's fighting, hell yeah, just run. Window, or he's close right, boom, run in. He's double stack right here. Oof. Let's take another look at that, right? So let's just look at this crosshair. I can't really see your crosshair. It really sucks. But I'm assuming it's in the middle of the screen. I'm trying to fucking see it, but oh, there it is. Boom. Okay, so you're like, here's this little dot right fucking here. Okay, so you're relatively headshot level. Okay.
Sorry.
Oops. Can we slow this down a little bit? Yeah, and that's just your, when you're pulling down, this is just bad spray control. All right, this is what this is. So if you look at your crosshair was basically slightly right next to his head, but then you overcompensate for when he peeks out and you flick over, and then like your control is just like everywhere, right? So this just tells me that you just need to practice spraying against the wall, like flicking, spraying, right? Doing small flicks, micro flicks, right? And spraying down, pulling down your spray and controlling the spray. That's just a big problem, because right now it looks like your crosshair placement where is at head level so far from the 4 rounds that we've seen. So we'll see, we'll kind of see how this plays out. But yeah, right there, definitely a spray control problem.
Software.
This.
This round, just smoke here and here. Walk up, don't run.
We're already smoking over here.
Ah, bro. Alright, run out. 3, 2, 1.
Side's clear.
Heaven one.
Out. One tree.
Two heaven. One more heaven.
Oh. Fuck that guy up.
Running heaven.
Plant right now.
Alright, so here you are low. Okay, so I don't like this. Just post it up at an angle where he's gonna see more of your body than you can see him. Actually, no, this is pretty even because he's coming out of heaven. You're holding the heaven wall. But again, I don't like this right here because you are low. Right? The last thing you want to do is make yourself a sitting duck and become a very easy target. So instead, if you're gonna play here at this angle, right, I would say jiggle. Right, jiggle, and as soon as you see him, don't even repeat because he knows you're there. He just needs one shot to kill you. Or, you know, if you could get into a better spot, maybe playing over here behind dice and making it a headshot angle, because again, you are low. If he headshots you, you're dead. Okay, I'm fine with that. But here, sitting like this or standing like this, I should say, standing still, like just makes you a very easy target.
Watch your tree.
Like you might think like, oh yeah, this is like a really good spot because I'm covering half my body, but because you're just making yourself a very easy target, right?
Dinked.
You go to the dice, you make a headshot, he just headshots you running. Unlucky. Happen next time. But again, like if this guy was a better player, like we want to prepare you to play against better players. If that guy was a better player, better aimer, right? You were dead at Jenny because you were just overexposing yourself too much.
Which is better.
Look, Mark. Or look.
Don't spray, like there's no reason, like okay, so what we need here, okay, there's a couple ways this could play out. So if your Omen already smoked, right? He already smoked site. These are bad smokes, by the way. If any Omen ever does this again, tell him I said they're bad smokes, because this lets them play out of it, right? They can creep out, jump out if they want to. But anyways, as I was saying, your Phoenix ulti's in, and then you guys need to be like, you guys just need to sprint in, right? When he ultis, you got to be right behind it so you can trade it. If his ulti dies right here and he dies through smoke, there's no way you're gonna like trade that. It's fine, right? If you get lucky, maybe, okay. But this guy can literally be anywhere in the smoke, just pre-firing this. So, anyways, like you just need to get in the site, right? Because we know there's no one close left. He died to the guy towards market smoke, and he could be logs, it could be a boat right here, right? But like again, like we're taking way too long to get out. Now that we have the killjoy ulti, maybe we can wait, but by the time the killjoy ulti comes off, the smokes are going to dissipate, so you're going to have to run with these smokes out and this ulti kind of a little early. Okay,
I have back.
Dude, how am I getting shot?
okay. So now think about this, right? We have ulti, we already have Omen on site, Phoenix's boat, and Killjoy's there with bomb. There's no reason for you to be here, right? What I would do in this situation instead is play behind the smoke. You know, you have your drone, you can come out if you need to, tag someone and try to spam them through the smoke if needed, right? But if you get one more kill, you have your ultimate, or better yet, you go for this orb in B main, right? Because I don't think anyone grabbed it, and get it for your ultimate and then play back, right? You don't need to be on site for this. If you had shock darts still instead of, you know, throwing them in the smokes, which again, throwing them in the smoke is fine to stop them from pushing in or doing some damage if they are pushing in, right? But I would say if I have double shock darts, my ulti, I would find some lineups on B and get ready to, you know, ulti the bomb and, you know, shock dart the bomb, you know, play the post plant in order to win the round.
One more market.
Okay, so now let's think about this positioning here and why this is dog shit positioning. Okay, your Phoenix is boat, right? For sure. Like that's like he's in a really bad spot, but there's no way you guys can play together. And he's holding market, so holding here is like fine, right? But if he dies, you're gonna have to reposition, or if he falls back to somewhere else, right? You're gonna have to fall back. You can't stay here the entire time. Now, if he stays there and holds your market, like from maybe this corner, right? Because we have bots in B main, making sure no one B main flanks. You could stay here, okay? But if he like looks like he wants to fall off because he's exposed himself both to CT and to market, and they just broke the market door, I think he's gonna fall back. So you're gonna need to be able to fall back here in a second, or at least be able to read this. He's going logs. No need to peek
Once
this.
B main.
No need to peek this, right? There's no reason for us to peek this. Your Phoenix is out in no man's land. There's no way you can back him up from this spot. If you were lane, you can kind of help him, right? You can cover his market. From here, you can't cover his market because you'll also be exposed to CT. He can't cover your CT, okay? And this is how we play off of our
Chill.
teammates.
On market.
Okay, so let's go over decision making here, right? I'm fine with you droning, but where you drone from was from a bad spot. It's almost as bad as you playing in front of the double stack, right? I would have been more content with you playing, back default. Again, it's a safe position. Because why is this a safe position than this position that you just played at, right? Well, first off, if they want to kill you from this spot, right, they would have to wide swing off lane or wide swing from stairs. Okay, and secondly, they can't spam you through the wall like they did in this spot, right? This spot, you're kind of out in the open. Your teammates may or may not be covering you because, again, these are plaids and probably don't know how to play, and you can get spam most of all. And a lot of the time in this lower level play, like, see who's alive, right? Oh, Sova's alive. He's probably waiting for his radar dart, right? Info dart in order to see where you guys are at. So you should be, as a Sova player, you should be, okay, if he's going to dart, let me get ready for this dart, shoot it, and then maybe I drone, right? Or maybe I wait, he darts, I shoot it, I dart, This is kind of how you have to approach the game in order to make a little bit more better decisions, right? Choose better decisions, because you droning there literally was going to do nothing, right? You droning there for your Phoenix that's already in a shit spot isn't going to help anyone. We already know they're coming out, right? But, like, again, it's like there's no real reason to drone there. It's not going to do anything, like I said. Thankfully, you guys still win that round. Pog.
There's like two different categories.
Shoot that.
They're on a save. They're on a save. Watch out, logs.
Chill. They're slow.
He jumped logs.
Logs.
Watch out.
One more.
Oh my.
Bro.
Market.
One's
Good round.
So that's a pretty easy round, right?
literally just-
Yeah, that was the.
Just don't get tunnel vision in your crosshair, right? A lot of the times I see lower level players just focus like what's in front of them right here. This main area where this scoreboard's at, right? They focus on this. They don't really give a shit about anything that's going on in their peripherals. And if you had a little bit better peripheral vision, right, you would have seen that jet and maybe reacted a little bit quicker, because you sound pretty young, or at least the people you're playing with sound pretty young. So I'm assuming you're pretty young too. You probably have quick reflexes. You need to be able to react to that guy a lot faster. Not like the only reason why you probably don't see the guy at the jet in the bottom or the left side of your screen is because you're just too focused on what's in front, right? You're not looking at everything. Like, again, try to look at your entire screen, and then once you see someone, that's when you focus in and you tunnel vision.
Craziest push I've
Oh
ever.
my
Have ultimate
God.
again, so we could take B again.
There is a jet like hiding.
They
They
played-
missed all this.
Okay, this is just something I noticed. Last round, it took you 7 bullets to break the dart. This round takes you 7 bullets. This is a 1 bullet kind of thing you need. All right, I'm just saying.
Ult hit.
Do not need to be going here. Do not need to be pushing this. You're probably wondering, yo, Maddox, like, why should I not be pushing this? Well, let me tell you here, my plat friend. Your Phoenix died. You are so far away from your Phoenix, you're never going to trade that. Now we are up 4v3, right? We have the man advantage. The only way we lose this is if we give them the 1v1 duels that they want, right? The way we win this is obviously playing bomb plant time, but also if we're going to take fights, we have to be able to trade out. Because if we all trade out, even if they get the first pick, we win. So let's say Raze kills you, right? If Reyna's close enough, she kills Raze. So if it kills Reyna, right? Omen kills Sova, their Omen kills our Omen, and Killjoy kills that Omen. That is theoretically, like, this is like on paper how it's supposed to be played out if you guys are going to do trades. Now you going here, right, giving them a 1v1 battle, 1v1, it looks like there's 2 actually on the minimap, so 1v2 battle, is you're going to make it round 3, and all they do is like another pick, and then they win, right? That's how they do it. Oh, you got kind of close. All right, nice. You fell off. You didn't commit to it. I like it. Oh, I don't like this. What the fuck is this? There's so much height difference here, right, between these 3 different areas that you're probably not gonna get someone. Like I would have, if you want to ulti, at least Sova drone, right? Drone from right here, right? See where they're at, ping one with your drone, and then ulti him. Like I would ulti the Sova or the Omen maybe. Raise if she has none.
Raise is lit. Raise and trap. Come on.
You ulted here, so they know where you're at, right? You can't drone from this position. You've already given up your position here, and then you would also give up this position if you droned, right? And they were right here, and they see you drone right here.
One stair side.
Smoke stairs, smoke stairs.
Outstairs, outstairs.
Push out.
Your buddy Omen's like surprised they pushed out and killed him through smoke after they
She's marked it side.
after he gets pinged by the dart. Like that's not gonna happen. Like he's not gonna get spammed there too. That's crazy. But this dart here, this is a shit dart, right? Because 1, they can run up a lane and get covered from it, right? 2, they can run up sidewalk or sorry stairs and get covered from it. They can be in the smoke off the situation, be covered from it, right? A better one to throw is people usually bounce it off this wall, bounce it off this wall, do it on this wall right here, do it back here, like just trying to get it back, right? So you can see them if they aren't in boat, right? If they're in boat, you can spam them back, right? It doesn't work one way. They can't just spam you from this side into site, right? You can also spam them from site into boat, into market, whatever, right? So whenever you are going to dart, it's always in your best interest. Obviously, unless they're on site, right? Come on, let's use your brains here. If they're on site, obviously you can throw this one. I'm fine with it. But if they're not in sight yet, like just bounce it off the wall. You know, fire it somewhere back here so you can try to ping them. Because again, these plat guys, as we can see, it takes them a shitload of bullets. It takes you a shitload of bullets to break these Sova darts. So you're probably gonna get 1 ping off. If you get more, it's fucking perfect. But it looks like this round's over. So let's go to the next one.
We're doing it again.
We go again.
I mean, it's working.
Yeah, it's working. Why not?
Okay, so Sova threw this arrow. This is either from market or deep CT or obviously pizza, right? He's threw it from mid, right? So we know the Sova's not on site. This is what this information tells us, right, from this dart. And you're still looking for it. So this, okay, again, tells me tunnel vision, right? Like you don't need to focus on your crosshair until you see this dart or hear this dart coming across your screen, right? You should be fast enough to react to that. And you should obviously be looking at your minimap a lot. And then if you looked, yeah, look at that. Oh, the Sova dart right there.
Just wait, just wait.
There are tiles.
Just go back, go away. Go away.
People in plat, you guys, like the strat is just so funny. Like, oh, we all went B, we can't go B. All right, go away. Like they can't push in or be up mid and have all this information. You know,
Just bait.
like we have no clue where they're at.
Could be close cat already. Careful. Could be pushed.
What the?
Oh my.
Nice mix.
See it like that, right? They like run A, they could be pushed up at literally anywhere mid because we're all grouped up towards B, right? Like obviously, like if you guys are gonna fall back, you guys have to like clear out mid. Right, clear out the A main push. You guys literally can't just sprint back from B to A. That's like, you're never gonna win rounds like that unless you're playing literally against like irons. So like there, if people like cleared out mid like they're supposed to, you probably don't die. But also you should be like careful because they could be close mid.
Can you go B?
Nice.
Can you go B?
I didn't clear backside.
They
But
should go in.
let's skip this.
Both have anything?
Alright.
You're the Luke. Up 6-3 on attack. It's pretty poggers.
Poggers?
Yo, so Pog dude, up 6-3.
This is pretty poggers.
Against Diamond 1s, we're the best. We're strategist geniuses.
That was...
Okay, so where you're at right now is where your duelist should be at. You should not be the first one in line. If anyone ever picks a duelist and they don't go in first, you can literally tell them I said they're a little bitch. Because as a duelist, you want to be taking fights, you want to be opening up the sites for your teammates. You as the initiator want to be helping them get into the sites. So you need to learn either an arrow or you play where the Ren is at, right? And drone in for them. Okay, those are your 2 jobs as a Sova on this map. Now, if they have a Cypher on the other team, obviously they don't here, you would shock dart the entrance if the Cypher plays A, because you want to break the trips for them before they run in. Because last thing you want is your duelist to go in, get picked by the trip, and then get shot at through like a smoke or something, right? That's like the worst thing that can happen. But yeah, this is what your job is. You shouldn't be doing this, right? If you want to play proper Valorant, competitive, structured, you know, gameplay wise, you don't want to be doing this, right? If you want to be Monkey Man, 360 10s, Wardell, Shooter Man, you just run in and just shoot them all and play Jet, right? That is the difference.
Drone?
So like you can like be throwing an arrow from a definitely safer spot, right? And then, like I said, like learn lineups. Looks like you need to learn them. Because you can throw that same dart from a safer spot so you don't overexpose
Jen,
yourself.
double. Jen.
Should we rotate?
Bruh. You
Yeah,
guys,
rotate.
one more. Top heaven.
Oh my god, dude, he's insane. Aim that John sight and we can kill her.
Bro, as soon as I got on the site, I got instant omen flash.
I want you to
Could
tell your
not see
buddy.
for my
I
life.
also want you to tell your buddy Omen here to stop being double bound. All right, stop doing either double bound or voice activation. It hurts my
Alright.
ears. It hurts every adult he'll ever play with. All right, that too.
Omen flash is actually one of the most broken abilities in this game.
Yeah, it's actually really, because it kills your sound too, it's a thing.
Yeah,
Holy
dude,
shit.
you can't even use your sound to fire back. You're blind. You're deaf. You
You're deaf and you're blind, you're just done for.
might as well disconnect.
Where's this guy start at? All right, does the dart late.
Oh,
Good shot.
She's
let me get tagged.
Sofa's ult.
That's 2 towards B.
Mark it, mark it.
One more.
That would have been a headshot, but I think you pulled down there a little too quick. A little premature pulling out, you know? Like
We just go A, we
pulling
just go A.
down. Like you just like
Yeah,
you saw him, you
just
just
don't
instantly
do
I'm
it.
gonna
pulled
save
out.
my ult for next
Jet
round.
is a player.
Yeah, save it. Just go. Just trade, play together, play together.
I'm one shot.
Jet CT.
Honestly, okay, like you don't have to run on the site here. You could literally like, since you're 1 HP and we're obviously on site, like another thing you can do instead of just running onto site, because obviously like, look at where everyone's at. Like there's no one here peeking you. You could play tree. You could fall back and play cat, right? Let them close the door on you. That's fine. I wouldn't push in because again, if you had more HP, I would say, hey, you could push in if you really wanted to. Like if you're going for frags here, you could push in, try to get, clear out heaven. But you're 1 HP, you guys get up tree for free. Like in your head, you should be like, as long as these guys don't die, like you don't need to cross over, right? Obviously, they don't die. Maybe you play this a little bit differently, right? Or you can play back game and play safe is another thing you can do just
Close
so
the
you
door.
can shock dart. Yeah, close the door too. Your last man in. Close the door, please. Hello. Like, that should be your job. That's the last man in.
They won't see it in smoke. They won't see it coming.
I hope.
Oh,
I should have gone first on one shot.
Why are you walking? They already know you're here. Like, this is one thing I see a lot of the times too in lower levels is they'll make noise somehow, like give away their position, right? Getting a kill, shooting a gun, running, making noise on metal or something like that, jumping, right? And they'll keep walking, like we don't know you're there, right? If if you make noise and we don't hear anything after you make noise, we know you're walking, so we're still gonna know the timing. Like it's fine to like run, right? Run somewhere, like if I were like I would run maybe towards like CT and then walk back towards like heaven, like tree side, right? I don't know, but like just walking here like literally makes no sense. You're just making yourself an easier target for the jet if the jet was speaking.
Tree.
oh, tree.
Like so you almost walked into that until that guy called tree. Like that's how bad that could have been. This guy's right here. He's right here. Yep, look at that.
Nice.
Okay.
Like makes noise and then stops making noise. Like we don't know you're there. It's
4K.
I got 4 there, Ryan? I didn't even notice.
it was just funny. The
I
people in lower
should get a
levels
kill,
make
like,
me laugh.
We
cat,
can go
and then
B. Just take it.
mid,
I have my
mark
ult.
it.
Oh.
How do you guys
Oh.
win
Okay.
8-3
I'm just gonna get this one.
and we're only halfway done? You guys throw on defense, dude, obviously.
Okay, guys, go.
That's 3 Killjoy ultis. That's pretty standard, I would say. CT. Again, same thing. Teammates are on site. You do not need to be here, right? You could be playing B main, holding flank, right? Because we don't have anything really holding it. Like, as soon as you see your teammates on site, no one's shooting at them, they're not shooting anybody. That should be your cue to okay, I don't need to really commit to site here.
Mark it, mark it, mark it.
He was under.
Where is Sova?
He was A side. We going B main. From the market.
He's better.
You don't like okay, he just shot your teammate from market, right? It's gonna be like 3 or 4 seconds, right? If he's rushes, right, through market, it's gonna take like 5 or 6 seconds if he's gonna rush through CT. Now, let's use our brain here a little bit. If he goes market, he's running to the alarm bot. We don't need to fire those dart yet. If he goes CT, the turret shoots him. We don't need to fire the dart yet, right? These are your two, like, use your teammates' equipment, right, on the map to help you use better equipment, make better decisions.
He's better than me.
You should be scared. He's insane. He's jacked.
You CT, you're like stuck. Oh,
Oh,
so
never mind.
lucky.
You're better.
You were trying to. I saw you trying to back up. Like I don't even need to hear you trying to press the S key. I know you're trying to fall back, but you kept getting stuck on the wall. You didn't work on someone's movement here. All right,
This is
pistol round. You should be playing like, as a solo player, you should be playing B. Why? Because you can get a lot of info here, and you can punish them a lot too if they come B with your shock darts. Right? You play mid, literally fucking useless. Doubles and double duelists on B is just asking for a bad time, right? Like you can get like you can call in the rotates early with your information, right? And kind of slow them down with your shock darts, right? And then if you really need to, like you can fall back, but you probably want your duelist on like probably duelist mid or duelist market, and then duelist like cat is usually what you want. Like here, maybe with the Killjoy and Omen, you can have these two play A, but your duelist should be probably playing mid, trying to take these battles and getting ready to rotate over wherever the battles are going to be at.
Mid.
Smokes, eh? Never mind, that was cat.
Teammate.
Pushed up into market.
Out mid.
All right, so let's look at how our rotation should be doing here, right? Both your Phoenix and your Reyna, like the plat players they are, both of them push through, right, into to wine. And they could be market obviously, but we've given up the B bomb site. What I would do here is be like, yo, Killjoy, Omen, I'm leaving CT. I have to hold B, right? Or I would have been like, we're playing retake B, guys, because you guys pushed through B for some reason. Like, if one of them pushed through B and the other one stayed like B main or like played like logs or something, I don't know, somewhere like where they can hide on B site and just kind of like have you bait for them even, or like, because we're in, like, we know they're only coming through one spot if they're going B, and that's going through market, right? We can play around that so well, but because they both pushed in, you're back CT, having to hold CT, right? We have to play retake B. All right, that's the smart play we have
They're
to
mid.
do
They're
here.
in B. They're in B. They're in B. Jets in B. Planning.
Yeah, that's a lot of bullets.
And see how hard this becomes. Like, we had such great information that they weren't B, they were mid, but because other people make bad decisions here, and as well as like, I mean, we could have preemptively gone towards B2 in the beginning, right? Because again, like, we know where they're at, we know where they're going. Like, playing CT here, spotting the CT push and spotting market at the same time is also a thing we can do to maybe scare them from pushing the B, or maybe you getting a pick and
Watch
then
that.
falling
That
out
was a
back.
genius smoke. Actually, I think I'd be sitting in that.
One behind.
But yeah, like that's basically how this round goes from pretty good to pretty bad, right? It's a combination of everyone not knowing how to play these situations correctly, right? Because in your duelist head here, when they push B main, it never occurred to them that, oh shit, they could push market because they're all mid, right? Like, they just thought, oh yeah, we're going for the sick flank because they're definitely gonna stay mid for us to flank for an hour.
Get behind us.
Don't have to
Wait, no,
risk it.
I didn't see. No.
No, that's impossible.
Yeah, I should have been for sure.
Hey.
Thank you. You're welcome. Someone has a party in their background, dude.
On Switch.
Chill, chill, chill,
Chat
chill,
Switch.
chill, 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 chill. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die.
This is another thing that makes me laugh in lower levels is, hey, relax, guys. We're on a sick flank, and their flank is literally just going up cat. Like, no one's gonna be treated. A lot of the times in these lower levels, they're gonna be like you, where they all decide to get on the site. So if they're gonna flank, they want to be flanking towards A main. So it's just like you chill for what, 2 guys to come up cat when door's probably gonna be closed or no one's gonna be here. Like, again, it's just something like you'll notice as you play with lower level people. Once you get to higher level, like that's some of the things they do is kind of funny.
Jen, French.
Like, you're chilling on an eco round. Like, you don't need to chill on an eco round, right? Like, literally, if you just try to get a pick, that's fine. Because, again, you guys have shit guns. Like, even if they're both there, it's 3v4 still. If they trade out properly, you guys lose that. You trying to even up the numbers is totally fine there. Even, especially on an eco round.
Proceed to... Alright guys, this is definitely a defender side of the map. We're not throwing attack. B.
You gotta know when you throw this dart, they could be already up A main, right? From the time it takes for you to jump, throw, shoot it, right? And by the time it pings, it could be up A main.
He's over here.
So, like, I would honestly recommend you learning how to, like, either get a one close here, bank it off this wall here, somehow get it close so it could be a little bit closer, a little more useful for you, so you can know if they're in A main. Because you just dart, okay, we know no one's deep A main, right? And they could shoot the dart from mid too, right? So like if they shoot it, we don't know if they're A main or mid, right? So it's just like it's a good dart, right? But like it's not good for the situation you're in right now. But it looks like they're going toward to B.
Could be mid.
So we know Sova and Omen are B main, right? But we don't know where the Jet's at, right? So your Phoenix calls, hey, they could be mid. Like there could be a Jet mid. We don't know, but like again, that's a good call by him. And this is just how we have to piece the information they give us together. And you do call out 2, right? We don't know where the third's
Yo,
at.
Lombard is doing God's work.
Could be mid.
Could be coming cat.
So like now, the worst thing we can do right now is because they cut noise is over rotate. They literally could be just chilling in B main, so we don't know, right? They could be up on A because you rotated off so quickly. It could be up mid, like the Phoenix said, right? We don't know where they're at, so you have to make sure you calm. Hey, Reyna, just make sure like I can't see market. I'm just holding CT push, right? And then the Phoenix should be like chilling like heaven, probably, preferably, and then you kind of just chilling back here. So there's one mid, yeah, right. So again, we know they're mid. Literally could be anywhere. It could be one guy mid. It could be multiple guys mid. We don't know. Our positionings right now aren't the best because we have 2 on B, UCT, and then one guy tree. Like obviously they have all of A side if they really want it. If he can hold on to A main too, that's pretty good. But like we don't know if we got timing or not. So in the back of our head, we can be like, we should be like a little bit worried. Like, don't pretend like someone did timing him. Just pretend, hey, it's a possibility. So don't be surprised if it does happen.
Mid.
Arrow came mid, arrow came mid. Sova has market.
Good angle, right? I'm fine with this. If you see someone, just take a pop shot and then fall back,
You don't
right?
have to watch market.
But don't crouch. Stop crouching.
Oh, you're better.
Unbind your crouch key because crouching is bad in this game compared to Counter Strike.
I just watched this dude. 2 people walk straight into a circle. E.
Dude, they come either is dead, that's all I'm saying.
Mid.
All right, so we should. Okay, so this is the read we should get, right? No one, like if we look at our minimap here, what do you see, right? Where can they possibly be at, and how should we play off of this? All right. Okay, I think I gave you enough time. You should be this quick. All right. they're obviously mid, right? We have a guy pushing A main, we see nothing A main. Guy pushing B main, we see nothing B main. So this tells me they're all in this area of the map. It's 8 seconds in. I doubt they just run up mid, right? They're not gonna be this deep. They'll probably like the furthest they'll ever probably be in this situation is like up here mid. And even then, it's only if they throw like a Sova dart. We haven't seen a Sova dart yet, so I'll assume they're playing like they're literally like tiles area, top mid, right, and then like right here in center mid. So the way we play this is your Omen should probably rotate to mid, hold CT, and then you gotta hold the cat. And then if I was your Phoenix in his situation, once I've cleared it out with my ulti, I would just re-push in, right? There's no harm in not re-pushing that, especially because they have no Sentinel. But like they're giving us free real estate. Good shot. Now you don't be here anymore. They know you're close, right? You can literally fall back into a better spot, play the numbers advantage. Don't give them an easy kill to bounce out the numbers.
Okay.
Urena's whiffing.
I thought it's just dead.
And look at your Phoenix is actually doing really well. He pushes in here. He knows it's free real estate. Your teammate's fighting. He killed the 2 guys. There's Jet mid, Sova unknown. Should be mid somewhere. And then you walk into that one. That's unlucky.
What up, cat? Just play it.
Like again, like all you have to do there
Oh, flashed out.
is go into a
Say
safe
my
spot and
name,
drone
say
because
my
we know they're
name.
all mid. You don't like again. We know they're all mid somewhere, but you just walk into his crosshair because again, like you just present yourself an easy kill by walking in.
Say my name, say
I'm
my
gonna go
name.
back A.
He's back
Okay.
in. Means I'm out B.
We're on B duty. We're on Bodhi.
Should I buy Odin? Nah.
Ooh.
I could. Like, I don't know. I'm not Omen stoner. Right?
Pushing tree. Up heaven.
Oh shit, what the hell?
That's the tree guy.
What the hell?
Yo!
Why is he here?
Fuck.
Double
Inside.
boxes.
He's up on heaven. Oh.
You gotta call me fell off. You have dart. You don't shoot the guy. You don't shoot the guy. Hell.
Hell.
Push him.
I don't know, like you see the guy get pinged by your dart and you don't spray him down. Hell, that makes no sense to me. I don't know why you wouldn't try to spray him down there. Secondly, it tells me you don't know the lineup to get hell, right? You can get a shock dart that bounces off the double stack right here. This double stack in the wall, boom, boom, bounces in, right?
Sag.
Crosshair was on his head, bro. I'm just slow.
Thanks. Oh. The droning. Fuck, I'm bad. 2P.
You're in a bad spot. As soon as your teammate dies there, like it's not like, hey, I have to hold this down. It's, oh shit, there's a lot of people B. My teammate just died. I need to hide on site and try to kill as much time as possible in order for my teammates to rotate in. Right? You sitting here, right? Like, unless they all somehow run into your crosshair while you're Reyna blind and getting pinged by the dart, right? You're not gonna win this round ever. Boom! As soon as you shock dart, right? You see your Reyna die, you literally fall down, hide backside, just kill time, right? Hide back there, force them to come and rush you into backside, play close quarters, especially with the shit fucking bulldog, right?
They Roombud and that's unfortunate. What? I felt like this team. You gonna push this or are we gonna do?
No, I'm gonna hold my shot.
Honestly, you have full utility. You could probably stinger light armor. Like just running around with the stinger with no armor, it's literally useless because you literally die in like 3 shots to like every gun.
Tiles.
So I would at least try to opt in for light armor plus a gun.
Oh, they're just holding.
That guy sounds so sad when he said that.
Oh, cat.
Market, market, market.
Again, you just like kind of running and shooting at the same time, and you try to do it where you aim on his head, but like again, let's just watch this back one more time.
Oh,
Like,
cat,
okay, so like you walk here, right? This is fine.
Cat.
We see him, all right? You notice him. You start shooting for some reason, right? There's no way he sees you, right? There's no way he sees, and you shoot. How many bullets are you down? It is 4 bullets, right? We've just wasted 4 bullets. And then, oops. And then we come in, we spray another 6. We miss all of those, right? They all go around. And you dink them with one more, and then you die. Like, that's just bad trigger discipline right there.
You know, if you wait like 2 seconds, there's like it's pretty unwinnable.
Over the whole.
Walks in.
He's kidding.
Nice bait.
Tile side. 3.
I'm gonna peek on your alarm bot. Two B halls.
I'm in.
3.
Chill, still up.
Should be 2 more there. We don't know where the third
That's
goes
the
at.
flank.
Should be. It could be all 2 there. Team went through mid.
That's the main.
Let's go there.
He went out. He went out. You don't need ult. Don't ult. Don't.
Pinged them right outside.
He's gonna be tiles.
Oh, we stole a bomb? You pick it up. This game got a lot closer than it should have, to be honest.
It did. We started choking up on second half.
On the defense. That was a little awkward.
We can retake. We can retake. We can
He's
retake. It's
ulted.
fine. Killjoy, let's go. Let's go for ult.
Why
Good planning.
show a drone? Oh. Oh, you didn't hit the other guy. Oh,
Oh
you
my,
didn't kill
he's
the other
pushed
guy.
up, he's pushed up.
Come
My
ult.
bad. I'm coming.
Get the jet 80.
Just wait.
This guy's probably a main. Has to be left side. And then you guys win the game. Booyah. Alright, so that was a pretty quick and easy game, right? So let's just think. I'm just going to give you a brief summary on like maybe like the 3 biggest things I think you need to improve on. All right, I said a lot of things in here throughout the entire thing, but you know, there are some things that you do need to definitely work on in my opinion, right? First one is decision making. And this is only come by you playing the game and taking some gambles, you know, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, right? Like I said, that one round when you're low up cat, when you guys were all 4 running up cat, you were low, like you see your teammates on site, you don't need to push up with them. Like they have sight. There's no way you like, there's no one to trade out. You can play into a better spot. You can stay tree and try to kill them if they come through tree, right? You can hide cat, play for the long game. And again, like when you have your full utility and you guys, again, same thing on B side, like when they have sight and no one's shooting, no one's fighting, you can stay B main, get rid of ulti, learn some shock darts, right? And that brings me to my second point is learning lineups with your character, right? So just watching you play Sova, it doesn't look like you know where some good lineups are for your recon dart and shock dart lineups for post plants, right? And once you learn those, then that's something to add to your arsenal in order to, hey, I can do this off of post plant. You guys, you know, plant the bomb. I can play back a main, right? And I'll be the dead man switch to try to win the round. Like if you guys all die, I'll be the last line of defense because I got the shock dart lineups and I have my ulti and blah, blah, blah. I know how to do all this shit, right? And the third thing I would say is a little bit more of not focusing to, like, I would say, okay, maybe we'll just go trigger discipline, right? This comes in with aim, like trigger discipline, knowing when to shoot, knowing when not to shoot, as well as spray control. Like I just incorporate all that into aim itself, right? Because like you should have killed that Reyna close when she had a ghost and you had a vandal, but you did like every worst thing you could do possible, running and shooting, stopping right away after you're still shooting, and then crouching. You just made yourself a very easy target for him. And then, you know, with Reyna mid right now, we saw the round or two before, like you see the Reyna and you just flick over and start shooting for no reason. Like, learn some trigger discipline, realize, oh, I see his shoulder. He probably doesn't see me because he's so close to the wall. There's no need for me to shoot right away. And you just walk up, or you get as close as you can, then either wide swing on him or just walk up on him and just double dink him because you know where headshot is. I would say your crosshair placement is probably a lot better than most plants that I've seen, right? For the most part, I think you keep it ahead, but because you pull down so quickly sometimes, you just spray at the body, right? You don't let that first couple shots like aim around the head level, like first shot head level, right, and then pull it slightly down for the second and third shot and just pull down for the rest, right? And that, I think, is the biggest thing that a lot of people in plats don't understand, is just keeping their shit at headshot level and how to spray control, right? So anyways, those are my 3 biggest, like, you know, summarized points that I can give for you. Overall, you know, 13, 14, 10 assists, not bad. You know, 13, 14 going slightly negative. It's not the worst thing in the world, but again, you are a initiator. Like, your duelists should be the one fragging, and that's what they're doing, which is good. But yeah, so I think that's gonna end this VoD review. If you have any questions about anything I said, please ask whenever you have the time. Thanks again. I'll see you next time.
Pokemon, Mega Evolution, Science, Cockfighting.